Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Now, I've told you guys before that Deontay Wilder, he got knocked out twice by Wladimir Klitschko and had to quit after a body shot as well. And subsequently, apparently he got sent home early because of it all. Now, whatever happens in sparring is what happens in sparring. But the point of this is that when I told you guys about all this, a lot of the Wilder fanatical fans, not his true fans, but his fanatical fans, were saying, that didn't happen, blah, 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 it never happened, all that kind of stuff. And I was telling you that it did happen because it was Johnny Nelson. He originally told the world this is what happened. He said that it was a well-known thing inside boxing. Okay, and people say, oh, that's just Johnny Nelson, he's making up stories, blah, blah, blah. And I said to you guys, no, it's true. And the reason that I knew it was true is because Dillian actually seen it with his own eyes. He told me that he's seen Deontay Wilder get starched out by Wladimir Klitschko. Now, I forget if it was one of our earlier interviews on the channel or it was just a regular phone call that we had. But he definitely said that he's seen with his own eyes Wladimir Klitschko knock out Deontay Wilder. Dillian Whyte was in camp with Wladimir Klitschko back in the early days, as was Anthony Joshua. They're in the camp at the same time. Now, Dillian Whyte has given a little bit more detail. It's not detail that he told me, because there's actually quite a funny bit in here. But this is what Dillian Whyte had to say about Deontay Wilder sparring Wladimir Klitschko. I've seen Wilder getting knocked out. Wladimir knocked him out. He knew what happened. He had his hands up, he was roughing Vlad up, bringing the smoke, and he was going wild. It wasn't no knockdown, he was knocked out cold. Proper twitching as well. That's why they probably didn't want him to fight Vlad, because Vlad was going to fight him as a pro, and Wilder never fancied it in his whole time. So that is Dillian Whyte's statement. So proper twitching as well. So Wladimir Klitschko quite clearly hit Deontay Wilder. Wilder went down, he was on the floor, twitching, convulsing, epilepsy, all that kind of stuff, like a mimicking that kind of thing. So there you have it. Dillian Whyte seen it with his own eyes. Now, that wasn't the only time it happened. Wladimir Klitschko knocked out Wilder another time. And, as I said to you guys before, hit him with a body shot where Wilder went down, took a knee, all that kind of stuff. Now, this is not new to me, but it may be new to a lot of people. And I know the Wilder fans are probably like, no, that didn't happen. Dillian Whyte is making it up. He ain't making it up. I'm telling you right now, he isn't making it up. He's seen it. Hey, listen, things happen in sparring. There's nothing wrong with getting smoked in sparring. That's what you're sparring for. Okay, Wladimir Klitschko, he was reigning heavyweight champion at the time. Wilder was somewhat of I won't call him a prospect, but, it was during the period when he's taken on journeyman all the time, which was somewhere between his first fight and his 33rd fight. So Wladimir Klitschko absolutely destroyed Deontay Wilder in sparring. Bearing in mind, you've got big gloves on, 16-ounce gloves, and headgear. Now, we've always known that Wilder, he don't like it around the whiskers. You've heard Dillian say this before. Wilder don't like it around the whiskers. Why does he say that? Because he's actually seen it with his own eyes being knocked out cold, twitching on the floor. Now, this is one of the reasons why Wladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder never had that fight. I've shown you guys before the statement from Shelly Finkel when Deontay Wilder, on his 33rd fight, defeated Bermane Stiverne on points to become WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Shelly Finkel said that Wilder's still a baby, still a prospect. He doesn't need to unify. Bearing in mind, Shelly Finkel, who manages Deontay Wilder, also managed Wladimir Klitschko. Very, very easy fight to make. This is why I've told you guys, this is why. Shelly Finkel didn't want Wilder in the ring with Wladimir Klitschko. This is why Wilder never called out Klitschko. This is why. Because of what happened in sparring. As I said, it's a different scenario. But of course, you put small gloves on, no headgear. Wladimir Klitschko hits very, very hard. Very hard. So people who say how Anthony Joshua, he got dropped by Wladimir Klitschko. Yeah, he did, but he got up again. Wilder didn't get up. Wilder was on the floor, twitching, having some kind of intergalactic visions as he's on the floor twitching. There you have it. So I told you guys a long time ago, but now you can hear it from Dillian's own mouth. It wasn't just a knockdown, it was a brutal knockout. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.